Hello guys, HeliPilotGh. So today we are going to South Korea. We are going to look at an incident. This incident happened at Gimhae airport, involved an Airbus flight that caught fire just before takeoff. What happened? What went wrong? What went right also? And could Ghana handle a similar crisis? Let's get to it. So it's the night of January 28, 2025 at South Korea's Gimhae airport. And there's an Busan Airbus A321-200 preparing for departure to Hong Kong. And people on board, the passengers are settling in and doing their checks, and the pilots are getting ready for takeoff. This is a time where everybody is sort of preparing, raising up for the speed of the aircraft to take you up into the sky. And there's chaos. 10:26 p.m. local time. You notice that fire erupts at the rear of the aircraft. And the smoke fills the cabin. As soon as that happens, panic spreads. And this is the incredible part. Everybody on board made it alive. It's so amazing. Now, according to one of the news agencies, that's AP News, they said emergency teams responded immediately and all passengers were safe. They were evacuated safe. 7 people suffered minor injuries, but there were no fatalities. It's people already nervy about flying, so these incidents are not pleasant. Investigators are still working to determine the exact cause of the fire. But, early reports also suggest that it may have been a mechanical issue. Authorities have launched a full-scale investigation into this incident, and I'm hoping that in due time, we'll be able to understand what happened, because these things are all lessons for us in the space. What went right? We've already understood what went wrong. What went wrong was the fire, but it is still under investigation. But what went right? Now let's talk about what went right. Because let's be honest, aircraft fire is one of the most dangerous things, because the aircraft wings are almost always full of fuel. Or the aircraft is like a flying tanker. And you know that when there's a fire, there's always the danger of explosion. So as we know, the aircraft fires are very dangerous. The fact that everyone survived is no accident. It's as a result of 3 key factors. The first one is fast emergency response. The airport crew, that's a fire crew, were on scene within minutes, and their training and preparation made all the difference. Also, I should give credit to the crew because they are well trained, and also to the passengers for following instructions. Flight attendants acted immediately, guiding the passengers to the emergency exits, and there was no time for hesitation. However, it was coordinated and everybody was counted. The other thing is that the aircraft also, aircraft are built to withstand certain challenges. The aircraft safety design, like this Airbus A321 was built with fire resistant materials, and there was also quick exit doors and strict evacuation protocols. And this shows why investing in safety or investing in safety technology is important. Could Ghana handle this? Or if this happens in Ghana, what can we do? Our aviation industry, I always say, is growing fast. And our airports, especially the international one here in Accra, are seeing an increase in both domestic and international flights. If fire broke out on a plane just before takeoff, how well will our emergency teams respond? I can say that they will do well. That's what I can say. How well will our emergency teams respond? That's a question for you to answer. If the airport is closed, do we have any alternatives? I leave it for you to answer. According to the regulators, the country follows international regulations, obviously, but preparedness is key. And we, for a long time, have not had incidents like this, showing that we are doing something right. So the question again is, are emergency response teams fast enough? Are evacuation drills frequent? And do passengers understand the safety procedures? When you are about to board an aircraft and the crew are briefing on safety procedures, you realize that some people don't pay attention. But it's very important to pay attention because incidents like this could happen. And if you don't pay attention and you don't know what to do with your life jacket, you don't know what to do when there's an emergency, or if you are sitting next to an emergency exit, you don't know that you have the lives of people in your hand. Because if there's an emergency, you have to open the emergency exit. You have to pay attention. So the things that our passengers have with some of these things, do they pay attention? This is a lesson to all of us. Here's what Ghana can learn from this incident. Again, more frequent evacuation drills. The drills are important because you have to do a lot of drills to make it second nature. so that you don't have to think too much, because so that everybody knows their role in the event of an emergency. Because when emergencies happen, there is chaos. So when there's a lack of coordination, there could be duplication of duty, and there could also be negligence. Very important. We must ensure that all stakeholders are trained regularly in these situations so that they can respond appropriately. Also, strong aircraft maintenance and inspections are important. Investigators believe that there could have been some issues on the aircraft. So the regulator must also enforce these things, strict compliance. And I believe we are doing a lot of things right. So that's why we've not had incidents like this. So kudos to us. The regulator, I always bring the regulator into this because they are the managers of the space and they mandate these safety inspections because it's crucial. The other thing is that passenger awareness and safety culture. Let's be honest. Passengers actually don't listen to the briefing. Like I said earlier, they are they are almost always distracted. But in an emergency, knowing how to use exit and follow instructions can save your life and save somebody's life. So airlines in Ghana should make it a point to always do these safety demonstrations and engage. They should be more interactive. And I can say that they do it, but maybe to an extent the passengers don't pay too much attention because they assume it's just routine. But it is important because incidents like this, like I said, can happen. The Busan fire incident was a terrifying one. I'm sure I would have been terrified myself. In a tube with fire, man, the smoke alone will make you scared. But thanks to quick action and preparation, 176 people survived. The question is, are we prepared for a similar crisis in Ghana? We hope this thing doesn't happen. What do you think Ghana should do to improve the emergency response for aviation accidents like this? Have you ever been in a flight emergency? You can share, let us know what happened. Let us know what the crew did. Let us know the passengers' reactions. Let us know what happened so that we can learn from this. So continue the conversation as we move along. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And also don't forget to hit the notification button. HeliPilotGh. Cheers.